Hello there and welcome back to my videos. In this video I will explain how you can create your first YouTube API JavaScript code, and for this we need to go for Google and going for the browser here, and I have copied the URL inside here in my paste, and you don't need to pause the video and type it down. You can find the link down below in the description. And here you can choose to create a new project, or you can make use the already exist. Let's create one new project here. When you're hitting this screen, you just click on the blue button, and down here we will going for this button, and inside here I will use the external because we're using the external side. And then we're just filling out. We can just say test application, and everything down here it's fine, and just save. When we're done here, we need to go for this one, and we need to create a candidate, and we're going down to this one, OR authentication client ID, and then we need to say others. And we just leave it here, that's fine, we create it. When is it creating, you have the secret here and everything is fine. But what I'm doing here, it's downloaded with this button, and then you haven't downloaded. Then you need to move this file inside the code folder. So let's change to the editor, and I have cut it and pasted it, and say that's okay. I'll remove all of those here, so you only have the client secret, and I have it the client secret here. That's fine. So now you are ready to create a project. So npm, and everything here is fine. So just copy down here, and everything is fine. And the next thing you want to do is npm install. Install Google APIs, save, and then we need to Google Authenticate library. And then we open up inside here, and that's perfect. So now let's creating the app.js file. And the first thing we want to do now, it's creating we need to import the requirement here. And fs it's using to loading the system, the file system. And the next one, we need to read the line, and then we need to include the Google API. Then we need to creating the authentication one. So and then out2 is equal to, here we go. And then we have we need to define a little bit more. We need to define the scope which you will want to use on the Google API. We want to YouTube read only, and then we need to decide for the token directory where we need to place the token, and what the token path should be, what is the name on the token. So I'll first say scope is equal to, I'll just paste it in so we don't make any mistakes. And then we need to say the token dir. Token path. The first step will be loading the file, so we say fs.read file, and in the read file we want to say read the client secret.json, and inside here we want the function. Just a function process the client secret and then the content. If we got an error, we need to say log message here. And else we need down here we need to an authentication function, and we will create this just a moment, but let's see this is working. So I'll say node app and everything here, it's working fine. If I rename my token here, let's say to secret2, and I run it, should be, yeah, you can see the errors and it could not load the secret. So that's the errors working. So that's what we want. And if I run it again, the error should be disappeared, and that's perfect. So we need to authenticate here. And then we need to pass the JSON, because the content we have from here, the content we're loading inside here is coming from the file. So when we load this file, it will be an error, all the content. And the content is not JSON pass, so we need to pass this file as JSON, and then we get channel. So let's building the function the authorized, cannot pronounce that's perfect, so that's bad. And what we're doing here is, this is the content we want to inside, and this is the callback function we want to call. So that's what I will introduce for this now. And now you can see we have an up here, that's perfect. And get channel, that's the channel. So for now I'll just leave it empty, just so we don't get an error up here. And then we will continue for this to be sure it's correct. Now we want 4 variables. We want one for client secret, client ID, and the redirect URL, and then we need the authenticate client. For this we will say const client secret is equal to, and inside here we installed client secret. let's just make the data here a little easier. I think that's easier to understand. That's just the data from the file. And then we need the client ID. And then we need the redirect URL. And this will be in array. So take the first one. And then we need one more. Client ID. And then we need the client secret and the redirect URL. And this is to verify what we have here, it's correct. So let's level a little bit line space so it's easier for you to read. And then we need to read the token. If we have some kind of token, we need to read it first, and if it's not exist, we need to create a token. So we need to fs read file, and then we need the token path. Here's a token path, and then we need to use the callback again, error and token. And inside here, if we got an error, we need to get new token here. And if everything is fine, we need to check this one. JSON parse, and then the token content we get. And then we make a callback. And then we make a callback for the client here. To be sure what we have done here, it's correct until now. Callback, yes. The callback is the function, and this is the ID we want inside the callback. So now we know if we don't have any token, we need to get a new one. So let's call it get new token, and we need to client here and a callback. That's meaning we're going inside for the token, we're sending the authenticate with us, and then we're sending the callback function, and the callback function is still the get channel, this one. So let's call the function here, and this get token we need to call it the client here, and then I want to call it callback. So let's fill out the get token. Just to confirm we don't have any errors, we just want to run the Node application here, and everything right now look like we don't have any kind of errors. So now let's say we need the authenticate URL, and this is client, and generate yes, and inside here the access type should be offline, because we don't have an online application, and the token is here. So then we need the scope. Where should we take it from? And let's say console log. And then we create the URL we need to visit. And then we need the read line. Can you remember up in the top here? We use the read line. And the read line we can use in a Node when we need to make an input and output. Let's say in this case, I'm printing the URL out, and when I'm done with the URL, you need to input some token, and the token you get later, and then we need to wait. So yeah, that's what we want to do here. So let's say RL is equal to read line, create interface, and this interface should be input is equal to process. This input, and the output equal to out. So now we have the input and output function here. If we want, we can put it up here. It doesn't matter, that's fine. And then we need to RL question. And that's meaning when we stop this one, we have in a variable, we put it inside, and then it's still waiting for like a type or something like that. Just for fun, let's say RL close and console log code. Then you can see what I mean. Because no, we have a create interface. This is a create interface we have an error with, so let's see why. And now you can see we have a URL here we need to visit, and then we have code. So let's say test and then code test. So it's working now to have this part of the code. So let's continue. And then we need to the client here. If we got an error, we'll say console log if we don't get any error, then we need to create the token here, is equal to token, and then we need to store token, and it's a function we don't have yet. Callback is equal to this one, and the store token, I'll first creating the function up here. Let's creating below, that's fine. And why we use the store token is, if we don't use the store token and save it as a file when we have the token, then you need this ignoring URL verify every single time you use the application. And if you think you have to do something with the cron jobs and automation of your system, then this will not work. So of course we need to store this token before we continue. So let's minimize this one. Collapse. Can I collapse it here? Folding. Collapse. Thank you. And then we need to go down for the store token. And inside here we need to make a try. And then if we need to fs mcodr sync. What we want here, it's we want to be sure about the directory for the token is exist. If not the token directories exist, then we want to create this token directory. And catch, if we don't can create a directory, then we need a message out for the user. If it's I think this is a spelling error in my code. So if we run this one and just minute, yeah, this way. So let's just for fun test it, and then we say test, and let's see about we have the folder over here. We don't have it, we get an error, and no, that's look like it's fine, and that's because we don't need this right now because we don't have storing. So let's do it finish here. Fs read file, write file, sorry, and then token path, and then we need to stringify it. That's mean we take a JSON object and then we put it down for a single string. That's what we want when we need to store it. And then we need to say if we got an error, what should happening here? If error So this is the first part of this video, so let's see it's working. So we get a URL here, and I'll just copy this into my browser and create just a new tab here. I will give an access for my channel for read only, and that's going for the test application. That's fine. And I will give it an access. And do you want to watch the YouTube content? Yes, that's fine. And then I get this token. You need to copy this, and then you need to go back for your editor and paste it inside and press enter. Then we should have stored here. And yes, we have stored the token. So if I run it again, we should not see the URL, and that's perfect. So now that's working. Now we have storing the token, and we have getting a new token. So what we want, what we need back now, it's we need the callback here, but we have the get channel. So inside the get channel, then we need a little bit here. That's the finally we need. So I'll minimize this one and collapse so we don't have all that's code. It's floating around, and we just concentrate about the get channel code. So the parameter we get inside here, it's the authenticate. So that's what we want. And now I want to create a service. The service should be Google and YouTube v3. That's the API I'm testing with. In the future you will see this version 3 is pretty old, but for now that's what I have to work with. And the service, and we need the channel list. And inside the channel list here, we need to authenticate, and that's the key we have. And then we need the path, and I want the snippet. Whoops, that's spelling very bad. And content details and static. And then which user it's for username, and I will use my account, of course. And then we need a callback inside here, function error and the response. If error, then we basically just console log the API returned error. That's fine. And then we return it again. If everything is fine, then we need to get a small data here from the channel. So let's say the channel should be channels is equal to response data items. And then we need to see about there should be items inside. If no items inside found, then the channel probably not found. So let's see what's the channel sheet inside here. Whoops. And about is equal to 0. Then we need to say console log no channel found. Else we want to print out console log. I'll just say the ID channels 0, then the ID, and just copy this one and say the title, and then we need the view count. That's what we want here. And snippet should be title, and then we need to static view count. Here we go. And then let's running the code again, and we have an error. So let's fix the error. And it's because we don't have the channel, we need the channels. Let's do it again. And we have a new error. And we crying the missing parameters. Yes, it's because it's on the path, it's a part. And then I think we are good to go. And yes, you can see this is my ID, that's the title of my channel. That's my name, and my total view count is around 300,000. It's not so much, but I really love and enjoy this video recording and teach people like you when you see this video. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you understand what's happening inside here. Look with me again when the next time I create something about the YouTube API. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoy. Remember to smash the comments down below if you have any questions at all. I would be lovely to answer them. Remember to subscribe to this channel in the right corner below. And if you want, you can like and share this, add it for your playlist, so you have it for later using. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you next time, and thank you for subscribing.